kind of gave me this idea. I have 2 segments I want to do with you.
Okay.
The first one is use one word that comes to mind to describe that person. Okay? It's a fun game.
Fun.
Let's start. All right. Who is the first picture? And we got the Nelk Boys. One word.
Great.
I love that. Okay,
Really
great.
good.
Okay.
So you're friends with them?
Yeah.
Are they competitors of yours, though?
Not even, honestly. You know, every time that you know, I speak to Kyle or Steve, it's just only
they're
love.
all great.
They're really, really
no,
good.
they're
Gen-
just great.
Yeah.
But in a way, you would be competitors, but you don't.
They're more bigger on the YouTube side of things. I'm more
Right.
live, so it's a lot. It's
see.
a different
I see. So
world.
it's different.
But it's kind of like parallel.
Look at them. I mean, they're just great people. That was Dana White. He said, you got to do them. I said, who are they? I didn't know. And after I did them, it was like an explosion.
All right, let's see what we got next here. We got me.
Well, I can just tell you that one word would be outstanding.
All
My sons
right.
told me about you, and you know, they told me about how big Dad. You know, my Baron.
Yeah.
He said, Dad, he's really big. I said, yeah, but what about else? He said, he's also a friend of mine, right?
Yeah.
But big stuff, Aiden. So I just have to say, outstanding to do what you've done at a young age. And I know
At a
how
young
old you
age,
are.
probably like
You're
23.
young. You're seriously young. My suit is older than you are.
Hell of a suit.
Yeah, he got to be like 23, 24 maybe.
Thank you, Mr. President. All right, let's see who we got next. We got you.
Patriot. I'm a patriot.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. I like that
Joe Rogan.
response.
Interesting. He really is. He's an amazing guy. He's a very interesting guy.
See who we got next. Mr. White.
Oh, well, he's a fighter. I'll tell you, that guy, he fights. You wouldn't want to have him against you. A little bit true with all of these people that you're showing. There's a good one. Elon, a genius, truly a genius. You know, I see the rockets come down with the engines, and they're coming down. The engines are landing without any, they have no wings, no nothing. That was a couple of years ago. I said,
Right.
what is that? And I said, what was that all about? He says, well, we want to be able to save the engines, not that they go into the ocean and all. But he really is. He's a genius. He's also a very good person, Elon.
Let's see what we got next here. We got Kanye.
So he's very complicated. Let's say complicated. Because he's a really nice guy, but he can get himself into trouble, and he can get some other people. But you know, he's got a good heart. He does. But he's complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kanye.
Yeah.
I like that. ROC.
Fake, but in all fairness, look, but she knows it. She's got a thing going. It's a good thing. She's a good thing for her. But there's a certain something she's got. She's got a spark that's pretty amazing, actually. She's got a good spark.
Okay.
So I'll change it. I'll say spark. When she was running,
I love it.
she was running against a gentleman from Queens, and I asked his people, I said, are you careful? This guy was going to be Speaker of the House. It was going to be him, not Nancy Pelosi. And Joe, he is a good politician, a real pro, been around for a long time, many years in Congress. And I watched her on television one time. I saw a clip of her speaking, ranting, raving, going crazy. And I said, who's she running against? She's running against Joe. I said, oh, does he know what's going on? Oh, he's got no problem, sir. He's got no problem. I said, is he doing any debates? No, he doesn't have to bother with the debates. He's been there for years. I said, tell him I said that he should be careful. Because I saw her. And I said, she's Evita. I called her Evita. Maybe that's the best. Evita Peron, right? I said, she's Evita. She's in the streets screaming, shouting, going crazy, hugging people, hugging. Everybody's being hugged. I said, he better be careful. And she took him out. So, I give her credit. But she's got a lot of sizzle. Well, there's a powerful man. He's a powerful man. I know him very well. I know him probably better than anybody in this country knows him. And got to know him extremely well. We had a great relationship until COVID. COVID was a step too far. But we did very well with China. And President Xi, we did very, very well with China. We took in hundreds of billions of dollars. No president took in 10 cents. I took in. And I exposed China. Look, I want China to do great. Okay, but they can't take advantage of us like they were doing for years and years.
Come on.
It was $500 billion a year in trade, all of it. But then COVID came in, and it really, I changed, but I will have a very good relationship with him. There's no going to war with him. He doesn't want to go to war. We're not going to go to war. And we had a very good relationship, actually. He was right in this room. He came to this country, and he stayed here for a number of days, as you remember. And we had incredible meetings, a very famous meeting in the dining room, actually. But he loves his country, and he's very strong and very powerful and very interesting. But he really does love his country, I can tell you that.
Let's see who we got next on this list.
Gavin Newscum.
Newscum.
How you spelled his last name?
He literally ruined California. Beautiful state. California is beautiful.
Him and Kamala.
He ruined it.
And when you watch him, he's always saying, "Oh, we're doing so great."
Right,
We're not doing.
That's
great.
a lie.
We have holdings in California, and I own a golf course right on the ocean, right on the Pacific Ocean in Palos Verdes. So beautiful. It's a club.
Okay.
It's big
In the Bay?
many acres, hundreds of acres, and it's fantastic. But California is so precious. One of the most beautiful places in the world.
Yes, it
In terms
is.
of
Yeah.
weather,
For sure.
in terms of everything.
Yeah.
And they're just destroying it with crime. The crime is out of control. It's a very dangerous place. And he, I
The
think
Purge
he's-
Master.
He, it's a shame because I like him. I got along with him great. I helped him a lot with his fires. I kept saying, why don't you do something about the forest fires?
Yeah.
There's no reason to have that. There's no management. They have no management control over the forests. I said, you have to do things. But I got along with him great, but he has not done the job. No. He has not done the job.
What is he
Sad.
doing?
What is he doing?
New scum.
I really got along with well. We had Little Rocket Man. We had the red button. He said, I have a red button on my desk. And I said, no, I have a red button too. And mine's bigger than yours and mine worked.
Let's go, Trump. Come on.
It was.
That's funny
a
how it
really
is literally a
bad
one that you can.
month and a half. He was very, very tough on President Obama, very tough on everybody. It's the hermit nation, and it really is. I mean, I said to him, do you know Elton John? No. I said, did you ever hear the song Rocket Man? And I actually played him the song Rocket Man. He said, no, I've never heard it. I said, you're Rocket Man. He said, no, you call me Little Rocket Man, not Rocket Man. But I tell you what, so we had a very nasty 2 months. People were actually worried about it because it could have been dangerous. But President Obama told me that this was the single biggest threat to the United States.
How old is he?
It's Kim Jong-un.
Like he about
North Korea.
15 right there, but we know he's
And-
older.
One day, I got a call from people that wanted to see me about him, and he wanted to meet. He did not want to meet with Obama, did not want to meet with anybody. Got tremendous nuclear capability. He does. We've checked that closely, and he does. I got to know him very well, and I got along with him great. He's very smart. He's very strong. He's the absolute leader. A lot of people say, oh, maybe he's not the leader. He's the absolute. When he's around, his people are standing up at attention. I've never seen. We were at a luncheon. They had 20 people on his side and 20 people on mine, looking at each other.
Right.
In Singapore, we had a meeting in Singapore. It was the biggest press conference I've ever had. There were thousands of paparazzi. I've never seen anything like it. I think people
Wow.
said they've never seen anything like it. I was walking in, he was walking in. We met in the middle, remember? And
Yeah, of
the
course.
place just went crazy. But we got along very well. He's very, very smart. And, he's a real power. He's a real power. I think he's upset that I'm not there. Nothing would have happened with him. We would have gotten along with him fine. I was trying to get him to do, his country is, you talk about location. I'm a real estate guy. He's right between, think of this, Russia, China, one side, and South Korea on the other. I said, you have a great piece of real estate. You could make so much. You could have gorgeous things. I said to him, think about gorgeous condos going up on your shore.
Right.
He's got a lot of ocean. He's got ocean frontage on both sides, right? But I got along with him great. We would have had no problem with him. Now he's getting very angry with us, and he's getting very angry with, I understand he doesn't like her. He doesn't know her, but he forms opinions. He doesn't like her. And he thought that Biden was a stupid man, a very stupid man. He would say that, but I say the same thing, so at least we agree on something. But Biden is, they really have hurt our country. There's people who have hurt our country. Kim Jong-un was great for as long as he was there, as long as I was there was going to be no problem. That I can tell you. We met in Singapore. I got to know him so well. And, you know, I always say that we have enemies from within and we have enemies on the outside. So he would be considered, I guess, an enemy. I think he would be absolutely fine. China, the same thing. I always say if you have a smart president, you don't have a problem with the outside.
Right.
But you still will have a problem with the inside because these people are sick. They're sick.
Wow.
And the people from the inside, I mean, they're willing to take down our country. It's incredible. When I look at guys like Adam Shifty Schiff, he's such a bad guy, such a liar with the Russia hoax. It was a total hoax. It went on for 2.5 years, and total exoneration, nothing to do with Russia. The opposite. I was the worst thing that ever happened to Russia because I stopped the pipeline, the Russia pipeline. It's called Nord Stream 2. Nobody ever heard of Nord Stream 2. But, you know, it was just 2 years of this stuff. And actually putting our country in danger because you put your country in danger with another country.
So I know Fannie Willis has treated you very unfair.
Very creative.
I enjoyed
very
that.
engaging.
I enjoyed that.
And I like, you know, his true, blatant, real answers.
Yes, me too. I enjoyed it.
You know, especially
AOC.
I know.
Fake. I mean, but
But she knows that.
But she knows that.
Right. People know when they ain't being real. When
he
they
said,
fake.
Mattia. She's a Mattia. She's out shelling the streets and she's hugging everyone.
He said spark. I'm like, okay, I like it. I like
Fake,
his,
but a spark.
I like his the way how he handled everything. I mean, just what he said about everybody. It was just surreal.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. And I really truly believe what he said when it comes to Kim Jong-un. Even though he didn't say about I don't see Putin was on that one. But have you noticed that this is the thing? What I really in favor of him. He's not going over to these places to start war. Whereas the Biden administration are like, let's keep funding these people. Let's not pay attention to the people that will really spark something off, but let's keep funding these people that really cannot even help us, period.
No, boy, it was helping him because he was getting kickback.
Exactly. So, but whereas Trump is going to be like, I'm going over here to talk with this person face to face. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do and what we're not going to do. And they respected him for those conversations.
And it wasn't like he was trying to be buddy. He was, you know, handling business.
Correct.
He's like, oh, I got a red button. Oh, but I got a bigger one.
I got
How about that one?
I got a bigger red one, and it works.
Let's
what he
go.
said, and it works.
Come on.
That's wild how that in these presidential that button really works. That one they have sit there,
Oh,
you
my
press,
gosh.
and it sit. What it does, it doesn't actually. It sends the signal for them to go ahead and do the do.
Yeah.
You know,
but just to be able to have those conversations, and I was sitting there thinking, do you think Kamala will be able to have that conversation?
Those conversations gonna take her serious.
Those conversations that he had with them.
They're not gonna take us.
Please, and he said he wouldn't even talk to Obama. How about that? He wouldn't even talk to Obama. He was like, "Don't play me. Give me some real folks, some people up here who really gonna have an intellectual conversation. I don't want to talk to that man." Obviously, I'm like, wait a minute, and he didn't talk. I mean, okay, wow.